They don't know how powerful we can be. Split.
Hello, YouTube viewers, and hello, Podomatic listeners. This is the Weekend Buzz, a weekly movie review show where I watch, then review the latest movie of the week. Thanks to our friends here at Cineworld Stevenage. Don't forget to stick around at the end, guys, because we'll be winning you'll be able to win a pair of Cineworld tickets. That's right, Dayle, isn't it? A pair.
Can you count a pair?
What is a pair? No, what is a pair? What's a dozen? No.
Last time we went to Five Guys, he went, let's go to Five Guys, guys.
Dayle made an appearance.
My hand made an appearance. So, Tony, what is a pair of tickets?
A pair is 2. What's a dozen?
12.
Yes, it is. I was going to catch
Well
you.
done, we're good at maths.
That's it, we're there.
Podcasters. Welcome to week 1 of Maths with Tony and Dayle.
Maths with Tony and Dayle. GCSE maths. We could do a bite-sized thing. Watch out, BBC, we're coming for you.
I wouldn't even know how to go preschool maths. But
preschool.
Okay. Anyway, yes.
Right, yeah,
Every
right.
Week,
So,
win a pair of Cineworld tickets. Very, very simple. Ask John Foy, Luke Gates, and many of our past winners.
Oh, yeah. Jason Bass last week's winner, wasn't
Jason
it?
Bass last week.
Very well done to
Luke's
you, sir.
already cashed in his tickets. He's got another set lined up.
Oh, wow.
Saving those up, so you know.
Nice. So, let's go on to this week's movie review, Dayle. It's going to be M. Night Shyamalan's horror thriller Split, starring James McAvoy.
Was it a horror? Because I'm pretty sure we're
Whoa.
in a sold out auditorium, more people were laughing and screaming. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Dale's thing. We're going to go on to the synopsis time, right? All right?
If Tony can read.
If I can read. After 3 girls are kidnapped by a man with 24 distinct personalities, they must find some of the different personalities that they can help them while running away and staying alive from the other personalities. Wow. I done it.
Can you say personalities anymore?
Personalities.
If Tony's lovely face in the synopsis didn't give it away, this trailer here will surely help you get an idea of what Split is about.
Go.
Human brain is the most complex object in the universe.
23 identities live in Kevin's body. What if
They can change their body chemistry with their thoughts.
You will be in the presence of something greater.
Is this the next stage of evolution?
They don't know how powerful we can be.
Right. So then, let's go on to the review. First of all, I'm going to say McAvoy stole it for me, Dayle. I thought he was very good in this. Like you said before, let's go across this horror thriller genre that it's been given. What did you say, Dayle, just before we went on to that trailer?
Before we went on straight. So it's supposed to be a horror thriller.
So horror as in, oh, I can't, and thriller as in, oh,
Well,
wow.
to be fair, I think the last horror film I actually watched that I was quite scared of was probably, you know, Teletubbies, but you never know.
who isn't horrified with a baby in the sun, and then you come down and you've got these beings. Yeah. Anyway, that's Teletubbies.
Yeah. So anyway, it's supposed to be a horror thriller.
Yeah.
Now, it might just be because of the younger audience who shouldn't be here past their bedtime at 9:30 at night. But
It is a 15 rating though, Dayle. So you're going to get the
You're
tweeny
lucky you got
boppers. So you are going to be lucky to get in on this because people are going to want to be scared.
Anyway, so it's M. Night Shyamalan's new movie. He seems to be pumping out one a year.
Yeah, he does. He seems to be doing
horror
really well.
thriller. Through the trailers, I know you were insanely hyped for this film.
Hyped. Hyped ain't the word because the trailers gave it such a portrayal of you're going to be gripped. You're going to see McAvoy at his best.
Teleprompter, you can put that down.
I mean, it's quite, you know, it's one of them. Like I said, it's McAvoy can steal a show. Let's go on to McAvoy's film that I thought was kind of like this, was Filth. In that film, that was kind of personality driven as well. I don't know if you've seen Filth, Dayle?
Yeah, I saw Filth.
Very good. So I thought him in Filth was absolutely amazing. Love his thick Scottish accent because obviously he is Scottish anyway. So he was brilliant in that, and he portrayed that character to the ends of the hill.
Anyway,
like it was brilliant. So yeah, no, but I'm just saying. But it's just I'm just saying on the track of that. This was a very obviously he had 24 different personalities, which we only, to be fair, we only got to see 5. Yeah, 5.
Maybe more.
You did get to see a few more though. I'm not going to.
Including the little clip.
Yeah,
What was it? There
little
was
clips.
1, 2. Then Kevin himself.
So yeah.
So that's those 3. Then number 24.
24.
Dennis.
Yeah.
I can't remember the
Basically, this is what I got. The whole kind of
8.
film was Jade. Jade. It was the one. Jade was the one. Jade was the one.
The main girl. But anyway, yeah, there was about 8.
I mean, there was about 8, about 8 sitting there, but you know, you kind of was wondering why, you know, we didn't get to see them all. I think they, like you said, like they were all being brought to the light, so they were all, like, in his mind, they were all sitting around, and then basically when when a personality wanted to come in, they would go into the light, so then they would come forward and have their bit. So it's kind of just like a bit of role play, ain't it? Really.
To be fair, I think if they tried to fit all 24 in, it would have got bogged down. It was quite nice that they did only focus on a select amount, and I think what was nice about it is it wasn't just like James McAvoy, put this voice on, put this voice on, put this. Oh wow, you're 3 different people. It was everything was changed. His mannerism, the way he spoke, the way he's handled himself.
Let's go from basics, from clothing all the way up to personality, in between body language.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it wasn't distinguishable changes, because there were some times where he was in the same costume, but he did multiple people, and it was just the way that his body would slump or his attitude would change, and it was kind of like the way that Tom Hardy did the Cray twins.
Yeah, that's good. That's another good one.
He wasn't just let's do this voice, let's do that voice, let's chuck on a pair of glasses. His mannerism changed, and which is what McAvoy did really, really well.
And this is an actual condition as well. This is not like people have split personalities. Do you know what I mean? And some people have numerous. I mean, there was talk of a film. I don't know whether it was this. I don't know whether it's based on this. But there was a film based on a series of murders, and the guy did have multiple personalities. And Leonardo DiCaprio was going to be in on that.
Well, this was something that came up before. This was something that was quite concerning before the film actually came out. There was there was feedback on the film saying, was it right to be doing, because the way that James McAvoy's character is portrayed is obviously, like we said, he does have a mental disorder.
Oh, he does, he does, split personality,
But the way it was portrayed is, everyone that somehow has a mental disability is the bad guy, is the villain, is you know, some kind of psycho. But when we get to it, they take this film out of reality and put it into fantasy, which doesn't justify it. But when you get to the end, you kind of accept it as more. You
kind of accept that personality difference and the splits. I mean, people with split personalities. I mean, there was the 9-year-old lad Henrik in this, and he was really nice until obviously he got that kind of push and a little bit of shoved, and his personality was tipped over. And then you had it was John, was it? Was it John, the one that was the kind of man that looked after the 3 girls?
No,
and
Dennis,
that was it, Dennis. He was the kind of one who looked after the 3 girls and was kind of like...
he had OCD.
Yeah, he kind of had OCD, which was really good. I mean, for me, though, thinking about that, you know, the personalities were nice in one sense and kind of stern in the other, so you could kind of get... you could kind of get the disorder in each way. That's what we're trying to get.
Very nice range, and I think that's where the issue come.
Yeah.
Because when it gets to the kid.
Yeah.
What was his name again? Hedwig. Thank you.
That's it. Hedwig.
So when it came to Hedwig, again, McAvoy played him very well. Like, there was not an issue with the way he portrayed him. I think the issue was because the film was serious, dark, and, you know, trying to be horror. When Hedwig did come out, whether it was meant to be that or not, people saw it as comic relief, and they laughed at it every single time.
Yeah.
And now, in that way, that's probably not the right response to how M. Night Shyamalan wanted it to go, how James McAvoy wanted it to go, because it wasn't built up for a comical, let's laugh because he's doing a funny little voice thing. That's probably the younger audience that go to watch. I mean,
you said that about McAvoy. I remember the Radio 1 interview that me and the wife listened to, and we watched it actually on YouTube with Grimmy, and basically he interviewed McAvoy, and McAvoy was kind of open to being okay. Like, if people wanted to laugh at points, they could laugh. You know, it's dependent on how the person wants to take that personality, whether they see it as sinister or whether they do see it really light-hearted and kind of like, this is going to be, you know, Kevin's kind of, you know,
mantra.
You know, this is like him. But at the end of the day, I mean, let's talk about story. Story was kind of weak for me. It kind of was strung out and kind of boring for, you know, we were kind of learning about McAvoy's character, but we only saw 1 or 2 personalities. He was expecting to see, obviously in the trailer you were being told that there was more personalities. So he was expecting to see a series of personalities open up early on. You didn't. You see one load of therapist talks, do you know what I mean? And it kind of built the story up.
There wasn't really a story. It was,
no, there wasn't. It was kind of...
Let's see how many different personalities James McAvoy can portray on screen, and then let's chuck in a supernatural ending that kind of makes everyone go, oh my God, what's going to happen now?
Oh, it kind of, well, we went through the film, and like I said, the three girls, they were just cooped, they were just locked up. It was like Hostel in a sense. That was like, it wasn't for me, that bit. I mean, I kind of wanted to see more psychological stuff coming out of McAvoy, shall I say? Which we kind of did towards the end, when obviously we'll get to the end, but like,
what did you think of? Now, obviously, the whole way that it works, these are going to be not major spoilers to the plotline. You kind of see it from the trailer.
Yeah, you do.
The way it works is McAvoy's 24th personality, or Kevin's 24th personality, is referred to as the Beast.
Yep.
And the Beast is supposed to be a meta-human. He's supposed to be the next step of evolution. And basically, the way it works is he consumes those that are impure, relating to the girls. Now, one of the girls, which is kind of like the main girl, it turns out that she's not as
pure,
not as impure. She's because the way McAvoy sees it is those that are damaged, hence himself with the multiple personalities, are more pure. They're more ready to evolve. They're more open to evolution than the rest. Yeah. Now, the scenario that they kind of build in the story for this girl's impurity or imperfection. Yeah. Me personally, I don't think they needed to go that route.
It was cringy.
Yeah, it was very, very cringy. So
it was cringy.
So for those of you watching, again, this is probably a little bit tad spoilerish, is the route that they go down is that she was
abused by her uncle.
Yeah, abused by her uncle at a younger age. And like, you don't see it until the end that McAvoy chooses that she's okay to develop, or like that he doesn't need to consume her because he sees self-harm
self-harming and stuff like that.
Now,
so
I don't think that they needed to go as in depth with that kind of relationship with her uncle. Like, I don't know. It kind of left cringy to me. Was it necessary?
To me, it was very cringy. Looking at it now, I think, yes, it was needed, because we needed a backstory for that girl, because if she was going to progress on to being the last survivor, then basically, you know, we're going to have to see some of this girl's background to why she's going to have strengths to work her way out of this situation, and to be, you know, kind of like bigger than Kevin's personalities. Which, to be quite fair, like we said, as the story went on, she grew in stature. You know, Kevin with his personalities grew in stature. McAvoy held his own. The personalities developed, and the sinister one started coming out, and the sinister sides of the personality side. So the story started carrying itself after the midway part, which I was really happy about. The story was still kind of weak. We were kind of still kind of like, like, you know, come on, let's see something. Let's get some more thriller in it. Let's get some more horror in it.
I think it's kind of tying it in a bow. It is kind of like just generally, it is just McAvoy. That's the issue with the film, is that there's like throughout the start, when you see an M. Night Shyamalan movie, you're kind of expecting there to be this huge twist that changes the story mode. And like all of us that were watching it, we were kind of like, we were guessing as we was going through. We're not going to give it away because these might be your theories that we want you to see. But we were like, oh, so-and-so could be this, so-and-so could be that. And that's kind of a nice thing with an M. Night Shyamalan movie, but then when you get to the end, you're either absolutely blown away by the twist in the storyline, or you're not. And in this film, before Tony goes on to it, I don't count the twist that happened to be a twist in this film. No. I don't feel that twist affected the film's storyline. I think it affected the future of what M. Night Shyamalan might be doing, but I don't think it affected this film. I
think we know what's going to happen. I don't think it's might. I think we know. I think this is a setup. I think it's going to be a great setup. It was a very popular film back in the day, Dayle.
Well, let's be honest. Back in the day, it did have that ending, and everyone's like, "Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's go. Like, let's nail it. Let's go on."
We won't wrap up with a score, but we'll try and wrap up our views on the film before we get to this ending, because I really want to make sure you guys know that it's a massive spoiler. It's not going to wreck the film for you, but it's something massive that will change the way you view it. So we've gone over McAvoy.
We've gone over McAvoy.
We've gone over the story.
We've gone over the story. Story was weak from start all the way to the halfway point, and then we picked up. Yeah. McAvoy was a great character. He picked it up halfway through. Like I said, we kind of had to build up, then we went on. So that's kind of where I'm at. So then, what happens then, Dayle?
what happens.
We basically get to the end.
We get to the end, and those of you that are old enough, or those of you who have watched it, because it's probably one of M. Night Shyamalan's not most known film. I wouldn't say it's his most known film, but it's definitely one that people have been whinging about in the right way for many years, saying, why is he bringing out this movie in 2013 when he could just do a sequel to this film?
Yeah.
Why is he doing this? Because he could be doing this. Now, this is massive spoiler, so if you're listening now and you haven't seen the movie, or you do not want to listen to this, skip a little bit.
Skip a little bit.
If you want to watch this again, skip a little bit. Otherwise, because this is me and Tony, when we finish this, and even the other two people that came with us, they were just like...
Well, other two people, you're in the doghouse, and you're the wife and your missus.
Yeah, I know, innit?
Alright, other two people, sorry. Anyway...
Just to clarify.
Towards the end, they both went... Well, not both of them went, but one of them goes, what? And it came more of a shock to them than it did the actual film.
Yeah.
And it makes those people want to go back and watch what we were talking about, because the second it happened, both me and Tony, even though the auditorium is still full, both of us just went, what the or you cheeky... What M. Night Shyamalan has done is incredible. So
let me stop you there. We're going to start with basically building up just a little bit of the scene. So basically it goes into a cafe, an American diner.
So it all finishes.
Oh yeah, it all finishes with McAvoy.
News report. What's gone on, kind of highlights it.
Yeah, something to do with McAvoy.
That the killer was a personality of 24 people.
Yeah.
And he's being referred to as the Horde. He's been given a nickname called the Horde.
Yeah.
Now, as the conversation goes down this bar, I'm thinking McAvoy's popping up.
I know, and you've missed something there, because as they were talking, they were saying gunfire. There was shots fired. Gunfire was heard.
How do they think he survived?
And
with two shots?
And they don't think how did he survive? Yeah, with 2 gunshots and all that lot. So then it cuts to this diner. And obviously, we're still in this diner.
So as it's going down this diner, a woman pops out and just goes, isn't that like the guy they sent to prison 15 years ago?
In a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair. What was his name? Like, what silly name did they give him back then?
Yeah.
And someone in the background goes, in the film, not in the auditorium, because that would just be amazing, goes, Mr. Glass. Now, those of you at home know what we're talking about. Woo! So just to give you that little bit more, that person that said Mr. Glass was the man himself, Mr. Bruce
Willis.
So... for those of you that still need a bit more of a clue, 15 years ago, M. Night Shyamalan did a movie called The Unbreakable. This starred Samuel L. Jackson, Mr. Glass, and Bruce Willis.
And the little thing behind that was crane crash, one survivor was Bruce Willis, goes on to
about supernatural abilities in reality. Bruce Willis is unbreakable. He can survive anything. Whereas Samuel L. Jackson is the complete opposite, and he is breakable. He is fragile as anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So as they were touching on this supernatural behaviour, saying how has this character of James McAvoy survived after 2 gunshots, M. Night Shyamalan's gone, you know what? I've made people wait 15 years for this. I'm going to drop this in there. And even if the film is terrible, which it kind of was, bar McAvoy, this thing will make everyone go...
Yeah.
Which it certainly did.
Which it did, and it brought the film to a very good ending. I thought it got to that point, after we had, like I said, we got to that midway point, it picked up, then we got to that scene, dropped the bomb, and I was kind of just got up and I was just like, wow. I turned to you down, I was like, what? And then it kind of got me like, that made it up for me. Like I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that film. I'm fine. I could go to bed now tonight and not have nightmares about this film.
The funny thing was, back in November or December, MCM Comic Con did a competition giveaway where they were giving away 2 tickets to a premiere of Split with M. Night Shyamalan and James McAvoy. Me and Tony were over here having a good old debate, going, I'll tell you one question. No matter if we don't get anything else, one question we would ask Mr. Shyamalan is, when are you going to do Unbreakables 2? Well, the man has answered it himself in the end of this movie. Not exactly with dates and bits and bobs.
Oh no, it's plainly going to happen. If it doesn't happen now, I think M. Night Shyamalan fans are going to be sitting there going, "Why?"
See, my answer to that though, from both sides, is I don't think he can. I don't think he can.
What's the theory?
I just don't think he can, because you look at Unbreakable. It was such a random. It was not a random film, but it was a good film. Build up, and then twist.
Yeah.
How do you do a super? How does he do like a not a superhero film, but how does he do a? Obviously, McAvoy's still out there. He's expecting to go bigger. Mr. Glass is in prison somewhere, And then Bruce Willis is obviously unbreakable, still out and about.
Still doing what he's doing.
Does he build in the style of M. Night Shyamalan? How does he make a film with a massive twist at the end?
I said I like fan theories, right? And Star Wars fan theories. I've been watching Harley Morenstein, and he's got some great theories on Star Wars. Now, Steph, it is Star Wars. He's got some fan theories.
No, reviewing Split.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying about fan theories, and I like fan theories. Now, Steph said something over here, which is Dale's girlfriend. What is your fan theory? Come forward.
Well, I haven't actually watched The Unbreakable in years.
Yeah. So
I only just, when you were talking about Mr. Glass and what's happening, I was like, oh, I remember that film.
Yeah, yeah.
Think about it. We've just been introduced by this guy that has splits personalities and all this. 24 personalities, and he can turn into a metahuman. Yeah. And then suddenly, Mr. Unbreakable has just appeared out of nowhere, saying they're like, oh, there's this killer going around with the DID personality disorder. Yeah. So we're trying to. He suddenly just turned up after this whole thing has appeared.
So you're kind of thinking he's kind of tracking these people down, kind of watching them and trying to find others.
It's kind of like, to me, it's a bit like, well, they've just finished this line, and there's something this terrible going on. He's possibly still alive. Yeah. And then this guy's turned up. The person that's actually survived through God knows how many things.
I think
maybe there's a clash between the two.
Could be, yeah. Could be a link. Could be a good link as well. Which, like I said, like that, it's got to happen in Unbreakable 2. But I think this is M. Night Shyamalan's way of going. You know, Justice League have got Batman and Wonder Woman, and they're gonna go and find other metahumans. We've got, you know, Mr. Glass and this other guy. You know, we've got Bruce Willis here. He's gonna go and find my metahumans, and we're gonna go from there. So he's thinking, Justice League, screw you. I'm gonna go and find. You know, I'm gonna do the storyline for you anyway.
This is my thing, though. I personally don't think he should. I think that's why he's held it back. I don't think it's his type of movie to make.
Do you think he would pass the reins on?
I think
personally,
no. I think he should.
You think he should?
I think he should. So the fans want it, but he can't. He shouldn't be able to do a sequel to a film. Like, you look at all his backlog. I don't think there's a single sequel there.
I think as well, to be quite fair with you, I mean, I think he needs a break and he needs to write. Because, I mean, he wrote this, didn't he? It was all up and away a lot. He directed it, written and directed. I think he needs to take some time out and think about his next script and really take time over it. Because there's been films in the past where he has been taking time. Instead of just going one a year, he has taken his time over some scripts and some storylines and then hit the direction with it as well. And it's worked better than the last, say, 3 or 4, including this one. I mean, I don't know if he went on holiday, come back, all refreshed, and then wrote the second half of Split. But he needs to really just take his time with his next project and nurse that. Take more time, work on the story, and don't think you can write it all yourself. To bring someone in. If there's a damn good writer out there that would like to write with him or something like that, bring him in. Like, make your next project as big as what you started out as, because you have got that talent there. And the last 3 or 4 for me have been disappointments, but this one, like I said, the second half was absolutely good. So, at the end of the day, it's just one of those things. And I think, to be quite fair, I think we've nailed everything. I'm going to give a score, Dayle.
So we're end of spoiler.
Well, we're going to end a spoiler, right? We're at the end of the spoiler, yeah. Right. So,
score the Split out of 10, Tony, and I will argue with this one in this one because you are.
I know you don't like me. Yeah.
After your previous scoring, something needs to be done.
10
out of 10. What?
No, I'm gonna go with a 7.
See, I don't agree with that either.
He's way too generous.
No, I think McAvoy. No, but I think character-wise, I'm happy with McAvoy.
Yeah, McAvoy's.
I'm happy with the comic. Like you said, you can either take it 2 ways. You can take it serious or comedic relief. And I think, to be quite fair, I kind of liked it because at times, you know, it was deep gothic. And then the second half, when it reeled you in, and then you got more of McAvoy's kind of.
That's what I'm saying. All you're out of a movie, it's not just about.
It's not. I know it's not about McAvoy.
Like, McAvoy's great.
Even the psychiatrist, I thought at times, like, she made me believe. Like, I think she was good, man. She was good. I mean, I'm going with a 7. What would you go with, though, Dayle?
I would probably go 5.
5.
Because yes, McAvoy was amazing. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, and like his performance alone deserves a good few points. And the twist, or not the twist, but the little spoiler at the end, again deserves some points. But I think the storyline was just way too slack. There was one jump scare for a horror thriller. There was one jump scare.
Yeah.
And I know I might be hard to please, but the last film I ever watched that made me go, wow, this is a thriller and a half. I've never seen that coming. Is Saw 1. And that's what 08?
What about, I mean,
06?
This kind of slightly reminded me of Pet. No, let's go back to that one. You know, I mean, we ain't going to talk about it, but like I said,
it's coming out soon.
Coming out soon.
We already have Dominic Monaghan up there, but we will be bringing up his interview again.
Oh, we will be,
and his press roundtable.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is kind of very much like that, but again.
Well, to be quite fair, guys, this is what we're going to do. I said 7, Dale said 5. We're going to split in the middle. We're going to go 6. So this film's going to get a 6. Dale's got valid points. I've got valid points.
No, you don't.
We're going to go outside and we're going to have a fight now. I'm joking. So I tell you what, guys, we're going to give Split a 6. So, guys, thanks to our friends here at Cineworld Stevenage, we have a pair of tickets to give away to one lucky winner. So don't forget to give their Facebook page a big thumbs up. And also subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on anything. Please remember though, guys, these tickets are only valid for the UK, and you can also watch any film you absolutely would love to go and see. Dale, what film currently at the moment, if you was to win these 2 pairs of tickets, would you go and see?
What would I go see?
Yeah.
I don't know, did you not see the 2 new trailers that dropped this week? I've been holding on to them bad boys tight.
Holding on. Right, so let's talk about the first one. Power Rangers. The first trailer, well, it's not the first trailer, we've had a teaser,
it's the first proper trailer.
And this is the first kind of trailer we see all kind of
the
elements.
first trailer that came out was Chronicle, that's it. They did show me, that showed me nothing of Power Rangers, I saw absolutely nothing. This trailer had everything. It did look like Michael Bay had, you know, splashed a little bit over it.
Just a bit?
Just a bit. Alright, he absolutely decimated it, but either way, you got to see, not only did you finally get to see
Cranston and Zordon. That's all I'm saying. I like that. I love that.
Zordon.
Yeah.
You got to see the Megazords. Like, it was everything. And it's already got people that have gone, I'm not going to watch this. And then they've seen this trailer and gone,
I'm actually going to watch this. No, that's it. That's it. That's totally it. So that was the Power Ranger. We're excited for that one, Dale. I definitely am. And like I said, and also Alpha 5 as well. I can't wait to see a bit more of him.
The voice was so familiar as well.
Oh, I've got him.
He speaks one word, and I was like, I know who you are.
He was one of the cops. He was one of the cops in Superbad. You had Seth Rogen, and comments below, guys, if you know the actor's name, because we're kind of like, yeah, this is just general. So yeah, Power Rangers was absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait to see that. Now we've seen like all scopes really on that. I think that's going to be absolutely brilliant. Also, guys, we had the new Logan trailer come out. Now the first one for me, the first trailer was spot on. Like, loved the music, loved everything about it. Yeah, it just built it.
That song was it. Like,
built
that
it.
Makes it. The only disappointment with the first one was I was always like, so what's the little girl do? Like, what is she? And then they go and release the second one. And I'm like,
oh, that's it. Like, that's who
you
are. Best quote in that whole thing though is Patrick Stewart at the end. She's 11, I'm 90. I love that.
Well,
I just love that little segment.
Well done.
I like that.
Give me more work to do.
I think that's absolutely brilliant. I mean, if you want to put that in, put it in. But that is absolutely spot on. Like, just to hear him swearing it, because there is swearing, I think, in some of it. But it was just so blunt. It was like, she's 11, I'm 90. Like, and I was just like,
give me 2 things to beat now. Even more work that I want at 12 at night.
I think we have
his voice in the poo emoji as well.
Oh, yeah, he's the poo emoji. Oh, me and the wife had a trivia that, and I said to her, who would you think would be the poo emoji's voice? And what was the first one? You said Seth Rogen would be too obvious. And then there was one other you said.
This is the odd borderline though.
Yeah.
Like people that are fans of Patrick Stewart have gone, you sir are a legend, yes. And others have gone, what is he doing with his career?
He's actually been pooped in the Emoji Movie. It's Bill Hadler. Bill Hadler is the guy. Bill Hadler is Alpha 5, guys. We've actually found it here. Put it in the comments down below if you've seen this before.
You'll get confused.
Yeah, like me, I'm always confused.
Anyway, cool. So they're the 2 trailers. I would definitely be saving my tickets to Logan and Power Rangers. One at the start of March, one at the end of March. Let's not forget we've got February as well, where we've got a couple of decent films knocking around. And it's just going to get better for us.
Oh, it's going to get better and better. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Little films are coming, little trailers are coming out. Like I said to you at the beginning of the year, everything's going to start to come together and we're going to start to get the better trailers come out. And do you know what I mean? It's going to start to build a bigger year and you're going to get a bigger picture of the year. I'll shut up and let's get on with the question because that's what everyone wants. So before this week's question, guys, we would like to say a big congratulations to last week's winner, Andrew McVeigh. So Andrew McVeigh, you are the winner of those tickets. Like Dayle said, keep them for either Power Rangers or Logan. One at the beginning, one at the end.
No. Get them, spend them, enter again. Get them, spend them, enter again. It's a vicious cycle. Do it, keep doing it. We do this every week.
So yeah, you've got more of a chance because we're here every Saturday, 10 a.m. guys. So to have a chance, well, I don't know. Dayle showed his hand, so I might be out of a job next week.
7, you never know. Just do a hand model from now on.
Hand model.
Get some puppets. Get a Tony puppet doing the introduction. It's definitely not 7. We agreed on a 6. Anyway, let's deal with this week's question.
This week's question, guys. To have a chance of winning the pair of tickets this week, simply answer this very easy question. James McAvoy plays Professor X, who founded which superhero team? I don't know that one, Dayle. But I'll say the question again. Justice...
No.
You're deep, you are. James McAvoy plays Professor X, who founded which superhero team, guys? Dayle, clue.
Oh, no, it's Avengers.
Oh, okay. You're going to give us a clue, though, yeah?
No, they don't need one.
Right, no clue, guys. So...
There will always be a clue,
no clue.
especially when I can get James McAvoy involved.
That's it.
So,
well, I tell you what, I'm going to say, you know...
Pop it just to the clue, so I can
get to the clue. Yeah, right, so we've got the clue.
Right, let's drop the clue. And then let's get back to this.
Oh, we're getting back, are we?
Yeah, we're getting back.
Just put the answer in the comments sections below, guys. It's as simple as that. If you're listening on a podcast, you can write a review or a comment and you can give it a thumbs up on there. I suppose we'll have a look on that.
Give us a thumbs up regardless.
Just give us a thumbs up and have a listen, guys. Download that as well and put it in the comments below on either the podcast, on Podomatic, or Brownie Points, yeah. And on Twitter. That's, you got me wrong now. So Podomatic, put it in the comments below. YouTube, put it in the comments below as well. Give a thumbs up to both, guys. We'll be absolutely grateful for that. And also sharing it as well with all your friends and family.
Who doesn't listen to Tony's beautiful voice on the way around?
Wow.
His wife, just for you guys off camera, his wife just put her hand up.
Puts me to sleep.
She can't deal with Tony more than an hour.
Oh, that's all right. No worries then. So, on that bombshell, the winner will be announced.
You do realise we've not got any sponsorships. Stop dropping BBC in this, all right? Till BBC give us some money, we got nothing.
I didn't say nothing about it. We started on this bombshell.
BBC Radio. Rick Grimshaw.
Rick Grimshaw.
I don't know what his name is. I'm younger generation.
I've got to put up with. 7!
4 guys!
4 guys! So, guys, remember to put the answers in the comments on the Podomatic page and on the YouTube page. The winner will be announced on next week's episode at 10 a.m. Next Saturday morning, we'll be reviewing Mel Gibson's directed war epic Hacksaw Ridge, starring Andrew Garfield and Sam Worthington. You looking forward to that?
I am, actually. Yeah.
I kind of looked at the trailer and I was kind of like, yeah. It looks okay.
I was like, meh. I'll go watch it. But I was like, meh. Yeah. I still go watch it.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it doesn't look that bad. It looks quite an interesting. I think it's an Oscar bait one as well. It's one of those ones that.
Oh man, this is massive Oscar bait. Like when you see a well-polished war film. I mean, I've only seen the trailer, but it looks polished.
Mel Gibson's name next to a movie, director. Yeah.
With religion in it. A Mel Gibson film is not complete unless it has religion in it, and this has religion in it, guys. So next week's review is Hacksaw Ridge, guys. So I'm going to say thank you very much to you, Dayle. You've been amazing. You should see this man's facial hair. It's sick. Right, anyway. Thank you very much, guys, and thank you for joining us in your ears and with your eyes.
Let's give everyone a reminder of the question, because that's what they really want to know.
The question is, James McAvoy plays Professor X. Which superhero team did he... Yeah, well, it's gone straight out of my head. Create. Dayle, you should know this. You made this question up. I had last week's, and people got it. They went Van Helsing. That's it. We were straight in with it.
Because I put the clip
was so
out.
good.
The clip was easy.
It was so good. James McAvoy. James McAvoy plays Professor X, who founded which superhero team? Which one is it, Dayle?
I don't know. Have you seen Big Bang Theory?
No, I haven't. It's X-Men.
Wow.
Oh! I dropped that. guys, you can win your tickets
See,
whichever way you want,
Listen
unless
to the end.
unless you do not comment, share, like, subscribe. You will not be winning those tickets, guys. So James McAvoy plays Professor X, who founded which superhero team? Just put
Sheldon
the answers
Cooper's
in.
Seaman. What?
Oh.
Anyway. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Tony Piroth. That's been Dayle.
We've had guest appearances from Steph.
Steph and Rachel.
Rachel's
Can we have a
been
round of applause
podcast.
for Steph and Rachel, please, everyone? Thank you very much.
People at home clapping along, guys. I don't know who these people are. I'm already clapping.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, thank
See you
you.
next week, 10 a.m, where we're reviewing
Hacksaw Ridge, Mel Gibson's religious war epic starring Andrew Garfield and Sam Worthington.
next week. It is then, guys.
Next week, 10 a.m, guys. Thank you.
They don't know how powerful we can be. Split.